We're on our way to the Wisconsin Farm Tech Days. We're almost there now.
Nice to meet you. In person instead of on video.
Yeah. What you guys want?
I'm Joe.
Leave our trucks sit out overnight.
Yeah.
We are always worried about it raining on the last few weeks. Kind of flagging time.
Yeah. I run this Silage Express.
Yeah. Okay. Were you interested in dairy? Or just the beef?
How often does she put the duct tape over your mouth?
Not very often. Yeah. Yeah, that was just the other night. All right, we are at the Silage Express booth, and I'm here with Jake Pippin. Yep. And he is going to run us through the John Deere baler.
It's a 469 Silage Special.
Yeah, he called it. So one of the biggest questions I had for him, since I'm not really too big on balers, is what is the Silage Special? And he's going to run us through.
The Silage Special is geared more towards customers who are doing large bale counts of high moisture hay. The differences are going to be a normal 9 series baler does not have the black screen up front. And also down in here, there's an auger that runs across that helps to keep the belts clean so that you don't get the buildup on the back of the belts. You don't end up wrapping a belt. It also has the auxiliary take-up roll in the back, which whenever on a normal baler, if you open the gate, the belts will stop turning. On the Silage Special, you need to keep them moving. That way you don't end up with a wet, tacky belt that wraps a roll or ends up flipping on you if you're on a hillside also. Either one of those is going to cause a lot of damage to your belts and probably end up needing to replace. There's also, on the starter roll, there's a knife that will keep the crop from wrapping the starter roll as well. Other than that, that's going to be your big difference between a Silage Special and a regular 9 series round baler. Yeah, we figured Deere's putting up the money to bring in all the new stuff, so show people different options of instead of a $40,000 new baler, hey, here's one with 3,700 bales
for a cheaper
35.
price. Yeah, that's kind of our market. All right, Jamie, where are we going?
Helicopter rides.
Helicopter rides? We're going to go see how much the helicopter rides cost. Whoever finds this, if we die today, post this on YouTube. It was like flying the drone, but for real life.
That was so scary. He was laughing at me.
Was he?
Yeah.
Were you like clawing my neck off?
I see that.
I can honestly say I've never been up close to a Clace tractor before. This thing has a huge front end. And I actually don't think I've ever actually been up inside a articulate before. This thing's actually really nice. Adjust the steering wheel. There we go. Yeah, it is a big tractor. Okay. Well, this is cool. Some of you may be interested in this. here's what the unloader looks like in the silo. $260. Jimmy and I were walking around and we came across this. And for those of you who don't know what this is, it is a truck to drill wells. What they do is they got several pipes here, and they have a drill bit on the bottom of them. On this one there isn't, but they drill, and then as the pipe goes down into the ground, they add on another one of these pipes, and they run water through it as they're drilling. And then once the water starts coming up clear is when they know to stop drilling any deeper, because it's really unnecessary. Is that what I think it is?
At last, my love has come along.
I'm sitting up here in John Deere's 9620 RX. This is the first time I've actually been up in one of these, and I believe this is the largest tractor John Deere makes. First thought getting up into the cab is it's a lot more closed off than I thought it would be. I feel like in the 8235R of ours, you have better visual of what's going on around you, which can be expected because it is a lot bigger tractor. And yeah, that's all I really have to think. Like, everything is heavier on it, like even the corner posts. And I wasn't expecting there to be this tiny window back here. I was expecting that to be all one door, and I don't know why they did that. But the cab is nice, open and spacious. I've never seen this before, this style. It's got an eco mode, revolutions per minute button. I'm not totally sure what that is. I'd have a better idea of what this all did if I had the key for it, but I don't. But yeah, it feels just like the cab of the 82. It's just a lot more bulkier, really. We climbed up on a few other tractors. I climbed up into a Fendt and a Massey Ferguson, but this was really the only John Deere tractor that I really cared to hop up into because I know what a John Deere cab feels like. So it is very nice up in here. And would we ever get one of these? Probably not. We don't run enough acres for that. Maybe sometime in the far future, but right now there's no way we'd get something like this. We would consider, however, getting a smaller articulated tractor, maybe an old 9000 series. I'm not exactly sure what, but you can actually get some of those cheaper used now than a used 8R even. So yeah, Jamie and I are going to be heading out soon. It's a 7290R on that mower. It has the mowers on it. One thing I didn't like the John Deere did after they switched to their new numbering system is that the 7000 series are now kind of like the 8Rs. And the 8Rs are like, well, they're nothing really spectacular anymore. 7000s used to be primarily down like below 200 horsepower. And I don't know, it just doesn't feel like the 7000 caters to the smaller side of farming anymore. That mostly it's just 6Rs for anybody less than 10,000 acres or 5,000. That's a wrap for today, for the first Wisconsin Farm Technology Day on Tuesday. I've yet to debate whether or not we'll be back tomorrow or the next day. Probably not the next day because they're saying 110 degree heat index. So I'm a little on the no side, definitely Thursday. But yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. Be sure to check out all of our other videos. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. And be sure to tell all your friends about how farms work. So we will see you next time, guys.